What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and I got a question for you tonight. Why are you trying to fit in with people who are living a life you don't want? Why? Why? Because a lot of us go through our entire lives trying to please everyone around us, trying to make people, accept us for who we are, to not attack us or our actions. But I feel like that is the worst thing we can do as a human, because we each got unique gifts and abilities that only we have. And when you let people dictate what you do, it gives them the power. You have that power. You have that power to do what you want, to inspire, to create, to make the world a better place. You know what I'm saying? And when you commit, when you want to do something, when you want to commit, you put the phone down, you stop making excuses, and you actually go get what you want. Let me tell you this, because I want you to know what you're going to get into. You're going to fail. You are going to fail. Probably going to fail more than you would like. But let me tell you, within every failure is positivity disguised. Because those failures that you have to embrace right now are going to be the stories you will tell one day. I want you to think about this for a second. Close your eyes and just think, you're going to have a Thanksgiving table full of your beautiful family. Your kids are going to have, kids there too. You're going to be a grandfather. You're going to have kids all around you at the table, your family, your cousins, your aunts, everyone there. And you're going to realize that the reason that is able to happen in that nice house on that nice Thanksgiving evening where you got that nice turkey and the stuffing and the cranberry sauce is because you didn't quit when things got tough. And you said, you know what, I failed once, but that does not mean I'm going to fail again. And because you said, you know what, I'm failing, but at least I'm failing forward. I'm learning from it, because if I'm learning from it, I'm not failing from it. I'm becoming a better person because of it, right? And that's what I want to encourage you to do, to fail forward, to go and get what you want in life, to try your best, to just say, fuck it, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, and I don't care what people say. I don't care what those people say. That's noise. I'm drowning that out. I'm putting on my, my Bluetooth headphones, and I'm just going to go get what I want. Because the beauty of the world today is that there's nothing impossible. It's just only impossible in your head. And think about it. It is actually never impossible until it actually is. What I mean by that is that, think about it. Let's just say you got a crazy goal. If you want to make $1 million by, 25. Okay, you might be broke at 22, but you don't fail at that until it's 25 and you don't have $1 million to your name. Even if it's been, 2 years of nothing where you've been trying stuff and you're 23, 24 years old, for example, well, you still got a year to make it happen, and the flip can switch in a second when you decide to. The switch can flip in a second when you decide to. When you go all in, Because I know there's some things you're doing in your life right now where you're going in, you're trying your best, but you're not all in. Because there's a difference between being somewhat in and being all in. Like, think about for the gym, for example. If you're going only a few days a week, only dialed in on the diet a few days a week, only sleeping good a few days a week, well, you can go all in. And then when you go all in for 6 months, tell me that you're not in better shape because of it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we don't realize that we still can take it up another gear. We still can take it up to another level to have our breakthrough. We can have that. That's there for us. It's there for our taking. And I believe that the world, the universe is very giving, but you got to go get it. Because God cannot save you where you are right now. He cannot save you where you're standing right now. He can push you. He can motivate you. He can direct you. But if you're standing in cement, he can't move you, right? You're stuck. Does that make sense? You're stuck. And I believe that you will course correct over time. There's an amazing book. I encourage anyone to read it. It's called Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Walt, something like that. And in that book, he talks about that humans have this success mechanism, right? And you're like, Alex, what are you talking about? Basically, I want you to think about this. When birds migrate, they don't have a GPS. They just know how to do it, right? They migrate thousands of miles across the ocean to that warmer place in the winter. A squirrel that is born in spring doesn't need to get taught how to store nuts for winter. It just knows that. Well, humans are like that too. And once we apply ourselves to that goal, our body is going to be able to push us along the way to get there. And that's the beauty of being a human, because we have choice. Birds need to fly, squirrels need to get nuts, but humans, we have a choice. And whatever we put our mind to, whatever we apply ourselves to, we can literally go get it. So you got to have an idea, you got to have a vision. You got to have something you're shooting for, because if you don't even have something to shoot for, how do you know where to take the car? right? You can have the nicest car, the nicest ship, the nicest anything, but if you don't have a destination in mind, well, how are you going to get to anywhere? You're going to be drifting. You're going to go in circles. What you need is a purpose, a vision. And once you have a vision, it becomes easier because you know what you're waking up for. You get out of bed in the morning and you're like, I got to do this. I got to do this, and maybe I don't want to, but I got a vision. I got a thing that I'm going towards. I got a deadline I got to hit, and if I don't do it today, man, I don't know if I'm going to get there. I don't even know if it's going to work out if I do it, but I know that if I'm doing it today, that's the best I can do. That's the best I can do. That's all I can do today, right? And with that thing, let me just say this. I don't want this video to drag on. I just want you to get that inspiration, get that motivation, and go forward today. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to go get, I want you to go do that. But what I want you to do is not make the mistake of chasing income and not getting lost in the sauce of chasing income, right? What you need to chase is impact, because if you have a life of impact, well, the outcome of that life will be income. Does that make sense? I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back of the room. When we get lost in the sauce of chasing income and grinding and all that stuff, when we're trying to do that as best we can, we're never going to get there, because when you're chasing income, you're not doing anything. You're chasing an arbitrary thing. It doesn't matter. But when you're chasing impact, well, impact will always get you further than income, because chasing impact, and if you're successful and you have a life of impact, well, then the outcome of that life will be income. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So, yeah, man, I don't want to drag this video on. I just want you to realize that the things you're going through right now are making you into the person you want to be. The things that you're going through are building you up, not dragging you down. And even if you do fail, I want you to also realize and be conscious that it doesn't hurt, the failure. You just interpret it as hurting. The failure that you're going through right now does not hurt. You just interpret it as hurting. Yeah. Go make that impact. Go get what you want out of life. And yeah, I just want everyone to succeed. I appreciate you. I love you. I'm going to talk to you in the next one.